Brad, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Nice
Thanks
to see
for
you.
thanks for inviting me to be a part of this.
Yeah, no, seen you a lot the show. How's the show been for you?
This has been a fantastic show. Last year, we competed in the new Beverage Showdown, so we were kind of hyper-focused on our presentation and our message, and I think we probably got in about 100 rehearsals just in the day before the finals. So this year, get to relax and make a lot of great connections and networking, and so many phenomenal people here.
Yeah. What do you think of the current crop of New Beverage Showdown contestants?
It's been really pretty impressive, and it's super fun to see the competitors up on stage and kind of reminisce about what it was like to be in their shoes. But they're doing a fantastic job.
So since you competed in New Beverage Showdown, you now have another new beverage. You've rolled out Alter Ego, which is your Cascara line. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this product?
Well, we started out as a cold brewed coffee company with really, our intention was to produce the most delicious, highest integrity cold brewed coffee. And innovation is one of our cornerstones as part of our values. So we're always wanting to iterate. We knew that wouldn't be a static offering, the cold brewed coffee line. So we started experimenting with Cascara and learning more and more about the raw ingredient as well as the coffee harvest. And it was really kind of blew our minds as to the role that Cascara is playing actually as a contributor to global warming, climate change. So what most people don't understand is that coffee is a fruit, of course, and that beans are not beans, they're seeds. It's surrounded by a delicious, naturally caffeinated, nutritious, fruity pulp called Cascara, or we refer to it as coffee fruit, so it's more in kind of plain English, consumer-friendly language. But we estimate there's about 100 billion pounds of Cascara that's going to be laid to waste this year as a byproduct of harvest. So that Cascara is piling up in mountains, in landfills, in the corners of farmers' fields, emitting methane gas equivalent to the impact of 14 million automobiles a year. It's developing mycotoxins that seep into the soil, into the water table. And so it's the magnitude of its impact on climate change is significant. So the first thing we want to do is develop an incredibly delicious, clean energy drink. This Alter Ego is named for being coffee's lesser-known counterpart, or Alter Ego. Has about 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's naturally delicious with notes of apricot and lemon. 35 calories and 6 grams of total sugar. So the exciting thing here is that if we can create more demand for Cascara products like Alter Ego, we can neutralize coffee's impact on climate change, which is important for us in developing a company that really gets behind sustainable business practices and really believes in caring for our home planet, Earth. And being a coffee company, realizing what the negative impact of coffee has on the environment and helping to reverse that.
Right. Cascara, though, still requires a lot of consumer education. Most people don't know. Most people don't even know that coffee beans come from a fruit.
That's right.
As you mentioned. So how are you approaching that, and how has that impacted or affected the rollout of the brand?
Well, it's incremental. That's a big project. Everybody knows what coffee is, but nobody knows where it comes from. So the main educational piece is going to be done via PR and getting publications that have broad consumer visibility to work with us and getting the story out. We want to align. I want to invite any founder or CEO or owner of a Cascara-based product to get together. Let's connect and figure out how we can coalesce and work together as an alliance to get the message out there to help broaden public awareness.
Well, there's a few at the show too. I think
there are.
We have seen some movement from startups trying to similarly launch these products.
Yeah.
How do you see? Is there a community forming in order, as you said, or is this sort of something that you're putting out there right now?
I'm putting it out there, and there have been some loose connections between some of us beverage producers. But I think we need to work together to help get the message out there. I mean, I think 5 years ago, 10 years ago, nobody knew what an acai berry was. So it's been interesting. We've also been working with consumer research and developing insights behind how consumers perceive this, how they experience the drink, how technical you get into where the source ingredient comes from and what the backstory is. Initially, is not as important as what it does for the consumer, how it makes them feel. But the sustainability story behind it is so powerful, it aligns with consumers and their value sets, we believe.
Right. So where is this available currently?
Well, right now it's available from Northern California through the state of Oregon, Washington, parts of Alaska, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. Yeah.
And what about your core cold brew business? How are things moving there? How has the growth been?
The cold brew business has been doing well. We've seen a lot of traction and velocity in workplace, which has been really exciting. We're on the Nike campus. We're in Facebook. We work in some other major employers in the Oregon market. That's been really terrific. We've gotten some really great adoption in the San Francisco Bay Area with the cold brew. The thing that one of our biggest challenges with cold brew is that it's cold chain, so it has to be treated like dairy and refrigerated throughout the entire process. This product, Alter Ego, is pasteurized, it's shelf stable, and has a 6-month at minimum shelf life. So that broadens our opportunity to go to market. And
fantastic.
so next month, actually, we're introducing 2 flavor extensions. We've got a blackberry and a guava passion fruit. That flavor ingredient is being added via pure fruit juices. So it's all natural.
How do you think this plays in the drive for natural energy, for cleaner energy? Cold brew coffee is often talked about as a clean energy drink in its own. So this kind of fits more of the profile, though, of I think what a lot of consumers who maybe are weaning off a Red Bull or other products are might be going towards.
Yeah. So we carbonated it, so it's sparkling. It delivers a really refreshing, clean experience and delicious. So that's where we're finding that this falls into, is in the clean energy segment. And that the energy drink category is expected to grow to $25 billion by 2025. The lion's share of that growth is going to be driven by migration over to natural, particularly with millennials and Gen Zers. So we're bullish, we're highly optimistic, and we're super excited by what this is going to do. And not only that, coffee farmers are under pressure right now with commodity pricing. They're getting about 70 cents a pound for green coffee export, and it costs about 90 cents a pound to produce it. So adding cascara rather than wasting this incredible fruit at source, why not process it, dry it on drying beds just like you do green coffee, and you can double revenue streams. So it's not just important for the planet, it's important for the coffee industry, for sustainability, and then it's also great for the consumer. So we like to say it's a win-win-win-win-win.
Right. No, it's exactly. It's profit you're leaving, in the landfill. So
that's right.
Why not?
That's right.
Why not do it?
Yeah.
Paul, thank you so much for being here, and it's great as always. And I'm sure I'll catch you more throughout the show.
Hey, did you like what you just saw? Well, for more from BevNet or Nosh, hit subscribe or ding that bell.